Hey everyone, welcome back to High Ground Podcast. Once again, joined by myself and Landon. Today we're going to jump right into it. What are we talking about?
We are going to be talking about the Fantastic Four First Steps. Came out 2025, the newest addition to the Marvel Universe. It's just started off Phase 6 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It stars Pedro Pascal, Vanessa Kirby, Eben Moss, Backrash, and Joseph Quinn. It was directed by Matt Shakman, and the ratings, it has an 88% on Rotten Tomatoes, a 7.6 on IMDb, and a 3.7 stars on Letterboxd. Zach, what is your rating for this film?
I gave it a 9.1 out of 10, I believe. Okay. So it's in the exceptional column. I mean, anything over a 9 for me is like I would rewatch this a bunch of times, which, I mean, I feel like that's anyone that would rate it that or higher. And we've talked about ratings in the past, like what's good, what's not good. But what about you? What was your rating?
I gave it a 9.8.
Okay.
I give I think this is a better just superhero film in general. And
yes,
most of the time I'm gonna give my superhero films a 9.5 or above, depending on like the film. Like for example, I gave Brave New World a 9.5. I gave Thunderbolts a 9.6 or 7. So
I gave that one a 10.
It is very hard for a film to be under 9.5. That is a superhero film because I'm a nerd. That's the main reason. But without going to spoilers yet, we're not going to do any spoilers yet. Zach, what's some of your thoughts on this movie?
So I think the best thing about this movie is, and it didn't really click till you said it because I honestly forgot about it, but this does kick off Phase 6, so it's a whole new phase, a clean slate, if you will, to kind of keep the truck moving. But ultimately, I think Kevin Feige's made it very clear, and we talked about this on our previous episode, just the new direction Marvel's taking, quality over quantity, trying to correct, if you will. And this movie is a great way to start that because not only, is it like a brand new thing we haven't seen, but also it's in its own universe.
Yeah.
The whole movie with, not spoiling that, we've known that. But with that in mind, this is one of the rare Marvel films you don't have to do homework for, which Kevin Feige did say.
Yes, he did say that.
And he said that before. I think Deadpool and Wolverine was another one he said that for, which that's yes and no, but we've talked about that before. But ultimately, because so I'll share this real quick because we have a funny story with that because we went and saw it and I got held up at my day job and I showed up about an hour late, so I missed half the movie and I show up at a critical point, which I won't mention yet, but needless to say, your boy was confused. So I watched it, but the beauty of that is, even though I didn't see the first half, I knew exactly what was going on.
Yeah, they really
and
do.
I think that, even though it was weird at the time and almost kind of sucked, it almost was like really cool that did happen because it's just a testament to like what Feige said is this is a non-homework film, and I felt that because then I quickly rewatched the beginning of it after because we have the Ring Unlimited, so I just went and did that real quick. And I watched the first half and then dipped. So I did see the whole movie. That is an authentic rating. It's just I watched it in non-normal circumstance. So, so it was an interesting experience. But that's kind of my first takeaways without going into the plot or like the big storyline or the spoilers of everything. But what about you? What are some of your first takeaways when seeing this movie?
I thought it was fantastic.
Say that again.
But yeah, I thought it was great. Yes, it takes place in Earth 828, which is a nod to Jack Kirby. They are honoring him, the creator of the Fantastic Four. They did announce this before the film came out, and it's all obviously when you watch the trailer, it's very evident that it takes place in a different universe, that the New York's different. It takes place in the 60s, so they're all very different elements in the trailers and the teasers that it shows that it takes place in a different universe. And I thought it was great. I really did enjoy the fact that you don't have to do homework. I encourage every family, every friend, if you're not a Marvel fan, go watch this because you will understand it. That's the beauty of this film.
And like legit, you don't have to watch a single thing. Like actually, you don't have to watch a single thing before this movie.
100%.
Like you can go in brand spanking new and just enjoy it, which is rare, but also like really cool. And not again, I said this on the Superman episode, not to compare the two because like we've iterated Superman,
Yeah.
and Fantastic Four, same month, which is awesome. Like
Yeah.
we're really excited about that. We'll see both of them again as a double feature soon, I'm sure. But that being said, it's a beautiful time because, you know, Superman was that movie where you go in, don't have to know anything, you just watch it raw and enjoy it. And so it's Fantastic Four. This is like a first historical moment for both Marvel and DC with that aspect, you know. And that's a really cool thing to just appreciate and also just to be a fan of right now, new and old. So it's exciting. I think this is, I mean, we finally have a real, like, no diss to the other Fantastic Four movies, but we have a really good Fantastic Four movie. And it just felt so authentic, you know?
Not to compare to the other movies, but just a little comparison. I can't believe
a smidge, if you will.
A smidge, if you will. So, the Fantastic Four in 2005, which is, I believe, the highest rated Fantastic Four film.
Yeah, before this one.
So the film in 2005, or one of those two films were the highest rated.
Is either that or Rise of the Silver Surfer?
Yeah, we're the highest rated Fantastic Four movie, but they were like at like a
30,
30, and then this one's at 88% on Rotten Tomatoes. So if that just tells you
it's a big jump.
How big of a jump and how big of an excellence that this movie takes, it is good. And I think we're gonna go ahead and jump into some spoilers. So if you haven't seen this movie, please stop the episode and go watch it. Or if you want to stay for spoilers, that's on you.
You do you. You were warned.
Zach, spoiler-free review. Tell me, so, like, we're not trying to compare it to Superman,
Yes.
but this also tells you their origin in a quick snap.
Literally within the first, like, 5 minutes, which was also crazy.
Exactly. So, Zach, tell me about that. How do you like that? Did you like that? Tell me about the vibe of the whole 60s. Just tell me your thoughts.
So, it was phenomenal. The whole aspect of this being a different Earth, but it's literally like, it's like the 60s if they had future technology, you know?
Yeah.
And that was really cool to see. And it's like, but also just, you know, you're thrown into this world, and much like Batman, much like Superman, much like Spider-Man, they decide, you know what? We're not going to do the whole origin thing again. We're just jumping right into it. You know the story. Like, that's literally a line from the trailer in the movie is what's his name? The Gilbert Show. And he goes, well, we all know the story.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yep.
Yeah, you're right.
But also, like, this is, you know, comic book fan wise, this is one of the most phenomenal group of superheroes because they are the first family in all of Marvel.
It's true.
So it's a historical thing. And the fact that we start off the get-go with, they're already like family. Like, it's not, they're becoming family. It's they're like, what really stood out to me is the fact Reed and Sue were already married.
Yeah, I
like
love that.
when they went, I could be wrong, correct me if I'm wrong. When they went on the exploration that gave them their powers, they were married.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And the fact
they were
that,
like doing the kiss thing.
Yeah, and the fact that Reed and Ben were already best friends, and Johnny and Sue were already, you know, this great brother-sister dynamic. And it all felt natural. It didn't feel like it was a forced thing. It was just like, this is where we're at, and like, you know, here you are. It wasn't a build-up, and it explained it very quickly. So already you get the knowledge, even if you're not familiar with these group of characters. And then the fact that the very first part is just Sue like announcing to Reed that she's pregnant, and like they've been trying for 2 years, and this is like this huge thing, which is important later, but it's just crazy. Like, we're already thrown in it because a lot of people speculated too, like early on in the trailers before we found out, oh, Franklin's going to be in it, from the newest trailers and stuff, was Sue going to be like pregnant or not? Or like, are they going to go ahead and do that storyline out? Because that's such a huge, important part in the comics. Mm-hmm. And I'm glad they did, because it makes sense. Because to be honest, the way that the things are at Marvel right now, like, they, not that they need to, but it's a good thing they did. Yeah. Because Franklin is such an important character in the multiverse aspect. Yeah. And the fact that Avengers is a year away, like, that's, you know.
It's a big deal.
It's a big deal.
Yeah, I love this. A fun fact is that it technically spans, you get 9 years of knowledge in this movie. Mm-hmm. They tell you that 4 years ago we got Fantastic Four, and then we get 1 year of like, the film is about 1 year, and then it jumps 4 years later in the mid-credit scenes, which we'll talk about later, which is a huge deal. But it's great. I loved all four of them. I loved, there's a little nod to the 2005 film when he shows him the Human Torch figure, and Ben crushes it. I love
Flame
that.
off.
Flame off. I thought it was great. I thought
it's beautiful.
It was perfect, fantastic. Silver Surfer was legit. Let's talk about Silver Surfer.
No,
this girl was surfing on fire.
Literally.
She was using her surfboard.
That's the thing too. There were so many beautiful shots in this, especially in terms of CGI, which Marvel's got some flack for in the past.
Yeah.
But also I want to talk about, because so me and Lena discussed this since the very first day they announced Shia LaBeouf is going to be the Silver Surfer in this movie, because everyone was going nuts on the internet. They're like, "Oh, you can't do this! You're replacing Silver Surfer with a woman," and like, you know, well, like us, we knew because we did our research and stuff. But she actually is a character in the Silver Surfer in Marvel Comics. Yeah, and she's another Silver Surfer. There's more than just one, which. Her origin is explained in this, which also makes so much more sense.
I'm glad they showed it too. I like that.
Yeah, they actually showed. It's not just like boom, here you are. It's like this is why.
I don't know much about the Silver Surfer origin or stuff, so like in my mind, I was like, okay, there's a bunch of like chrome people.
That's what I thought planet,
too. But no, it's Galactus in the surfboard that makes them chrome. Because like even the 2005, like without the surfboard, he was like still like gray, you know. So in this film, it's like, no, this is the surfboard that makes her all chrome and stuff.
Which is so funny because the whole time Johnny kept saying like, "So is a surfboard part of her?"
Yeah.
Or oh my gosh, it's so funny. But yeah, she killed it. She deserves so much respect. I hope that all the people that did hate on her or like, you know, talk bad about her, like, are having second thoughts now and like reconsider, because she stole the show in the most respectful way possible, and her whole arc is a beautiful arc too. And she's a complex character, and I'm really hoping that we see her again in the future. It's kind of left to interpretation if we will or not. I think we will. Yeah. But just like I think we'll see Galactus again. But Silver Surfer was amazing. Anything else like big, just kind of broad stuff you want to talk about?
Yeah, speaking of Silver Surfer, let's talk about the very first shot, which I was like jaw dropped, of Galactus.
Oh my gosh, terrifying.
That was like the first time I saw him, how big I know he's big, but like in live action, it's a whole different story. You're like, I don't know how like a family and a pregnant lady is gonna like beat this guy.
Talk.
I know. I'm like,
it's crazy.
Dormammu. I've come to bargain.
Bro made Dormammu look like a preschooler, dude.
We'll talk about, but tell me your thoughts on Galactus, dude.
Dude, that was the biggest question going into this is, are they gonna do Galactus right? And boy, did they do him perfect.
Dude, he was perfect. A fantastic,
if you will. No, he was. He killed it. I forgot the guy that plays his name. If you want to.
It was Ralph Ineson.
Okay, cool. Yeah, he stole the show and did such a good job. And yeah, Galactus is terrifying, and that's the thing, is he's meant to be this terrifying Goliath figure. Yeah. That like you just kind of feel powerless against, but at the same time, he's neither. He's a villain, but he's not like, his intentions aren't villainous.
Yeah, he's just a creature. He's hungry.
Celestial being that's like, I need to feed. Yeah. And that's something too that was interesting too. I was wondering how they were going to approach it, because like, you know, there's some versions of Galactus where he literally physically eats planets. Yeah. And others like this one, which is, in my opinion, the more sensible one, where he kind of drills through a planet and it's fed through the tubes to him,
but that makes more sense. Yeah.
Much more sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just like daunting. I mean, I felt scared for a second. I was like, oh
man, the scale of him in New York, like as soon as he jumped out and then caused like a massive flood in like Manhattan. Literally. I was like, and then him walking through Manhattan, I'm like, I've walked those streets, dude. It takes a while. This dude's just strolling,
making it look easy.
I know. I'm like, all right, bro.
Not even that. The fact he made the Statue of Liberty look like an ant.
Yeah.
That's insane. But yeah, no, they did a good job, and like, he's huge. Like that's the whole point. And I definitely hope that we see him again in the future. I still think, because I think I've told you about this, but you remember like Lego Marvel superheroes?
Yeah.
I think that would be cool if we got something like that, where like, not necessarily the same storyline, but like all these
characters trying to stop
Galactus, like we saw,
you can't beat Galactus.
The Fantastic Four couldn't stop him, bro.
Dude, even in the Marvel game, like they couldn't beat him. They had to throw him through another portal. Like,
isn't it? That's something too. I keep seeing memes. I'm sure you've seen it on your For You page at this point, but literally it's like Fortnite, that game, and this is just falling through the black hole.
It's like there's only one way.
And they're like, what's it called? Nexus Being, by the way.
Yeah.
It's the same iteration, which is interesting to think about.
Yeah. Let's start talking about our main four characters.
Yes.
Let's start off with Reed Richards. Pedro Pascal.
Oh yeah.
Plays Reed Richards. What's your thoughts on him? Did you think he did good, bad? Did you like it?
He did better than I think most of us expected. I think
Yeah.
a lot of people saw Pedro Pascal and were like, why? Why would you cast him? But man, he carries the role of Reed Richards with such respect and like he knows his stuff because he is actually able to portray it, and you can see him as like the thinker, this grand. He's the smartest man alive.
Yeah,
which is funny because now it's like thinking of Multiverse of Madness with John Krasinski's Reed Richards. It's like, man, that guy was an idiot, you know, compared to this. So yeah, it was very interesting, and to see how he is. He's awkward. He's, you know, and even as a dad, he's like trying to be a dad, but also he's like,
it's like
what's happening with my child? And but at the end of the day, it's like you see, even just with Sue, the true love with Sue, and even the comics, the movies, all this explored this dynamic. It's like he's the thinker, and Sue's the one that's more in touch with her emotions. And he's the heart of the family, and you know, you have the brain and the heart, and it's like this really cool thing, you know, and it works. But yeah, and also just like seeing his powers used. That was one thing I was really interested to see, and they did a good job with the CGI on that too, man. Like,
yeah, they did good. I feel like they didn't show it as much as I thought they would, but
that goes for all of them.
It's fine, but I mean, I was just kind of.
I think they're saving it.
Yeah,
they're saving it for like.
Because like I'm comparing to the 05 film. I literally
100%.
But
not as
like
much.
that is like everything is like something with the Reed Richards.
I feel like this Reed Richards is just more subtle too, because even like on the chalkboard when he's like stretching, it's not as painfully obvious. It's more just like subtle, you know.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real. I thought he did great at portraying Reed Richards. I thought he, like you said, he carried it with the respect. He did what he could with it. But it is really hard for me to see like past Pedro Pascal right now. Like I don't know if it like I love Pedro Pascal.
Oh, yeah.
Like as an actor, he kills every single role he's in. I love him as the Mandalorian. I loved him in Gladiator 2. So I loved him in all these roles. But it's like I feel like I'm at a point where like I only see Pedro Pascal. So like in my opinion, like the best Reed Richards isn't him. I still think it's Ioan Gruffudd.
The original one.
The original one from 05. I thought he did so much better at it, but not to compare anything, but that's just my kind of opinion.
I'd agree
on that. But like I said, Pedro Pascal did good, and I'm glad we have a Mr. Fantastic that can like still interact with like our Avengers and stuff that we will eventually see, and we'll talk about Doomsday later this episode.
Yes.
But let's start talking about let's talk about Sue. What did you thought about Sue?
Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm was perfect casting in my opinion. I loved I'm blanking on her name. Also, the 2005
Jessica Alba.
I don't know why I was blanking on that. But yeah, Jessica Alba did a great job. But man, and I talked to you about this before going into it, because like there was like not rumors per se, but like more not leaks either, but just news of like she's gonna be more the leader of the team, and she's gonna be like the mom of the group. And man, we really saw that because she just has this motherly love with the whole team, the family, you know. And it's like, and one of the most beautiful shots in the movie is after, you know, she's pregnant and Reed is, you know, doing tests and stuff. She literally uses her powers to turn her stomach invisible so he can see the baby. I'm like, I would have never thought of that. Life's cool, man. Like, I'm just saying, like being a parent's cool. So like it's cool to see how they interact. But it's like at the same time, like, man, that would make life so much easier. Yeah. Vanessa Kirby's a phenomenal actress. So I think she did a great job, and she's powerful, dude. The fact she was like 1v1ing Galactus at one point.
Yeah, she was like,
I was like, holy crap. I saw someone made a meme and they're like, Wanda, you have competition. And I was like, imagine a 1v1, bro. That'd be crazy.
Yeah, bro, I really loved her. I thought she did phenomenal, fantastic, if you will. One of my favorite, just like little like stories. One of my favorite dynamics was obviously her and Ree, but whenever she's pregnant, she's calm as a bird or whatever, and Reed is like freaking out. What if this? What if this? Because he's a thinker, right? But when she's giving birth, she's the one freaking out.
Oh, yeah.
And then Reed's the calm one. I love that little parallel. It's like they both just complement each other. So I thought that was great.
They do.
Yeah, she's great. I thought, like you said, she was kind of the leader of the team. I thought her and Reed were both the leaders.
That's what I'm saying. They both
tag
led
teamed
well,
it.
and I think that'll be great going forward.
Yeah, I thought she did great. I thought her dynamic with Johnny was great. Even
They felt like brother sister.
exactly.
Like,
and then same thing with Ben. Her and Ben did great together. So I don't know. Her as a whole, I thought she was a great invisible woman, and love Jessica Alba as it, but I think she kills it. I think she's way better. But let's talk about Ben Grimm. It's clobbering time.
The Thing. Here's the thing.
Here's the thing. You can say that again.
What time is it?
What? Yeah, tell me about Ben. How do you like him?
Man, they did such a good job. I honestly never thought there would be a better Thing compared to like the 2005 version.
Yeah.
I still feel like I need to see more of this Thing just because like I feel like he got good screen time, but I feel like that's my only beef with this movie is I wish the runtime was a little bit longer, not for the sake of just being a longer Marvel movie, but just the sake of having more development for each character, you know?
Yeah.
But because we see like, you know, he's this rock, but like he truly is still like a human beneath all that.
Yeah.
And also just like, you know, he's the rock of the group, but he's also like this big heart. And we see that even like, you know, with the dog after he's pulling the ship, and even the girl that like, it's obvious he's like kind of into, but like, obviously the first thing he thinks of is like,
hey, crap, I can't make this work.
I'm gonna kill her in a rock slide.
Yeah. Oh my God.
So I'm calling that Johnny Storm from
Chris
2005.
Evans.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love him. I thought he did great. I think it's the best design for the Thing that we've ever seen.
Yeah,
in live
even
action.
like you can hear him when he's moving. Like you can hear the rocks. I was like, that's cool.
Yes, the sound effects and everything were really great. Were very well done in this film. And yeah, I just love his heart in the movie. Obviously with the kids. Oh, you want to pick up this?
Oh, that made me so
happy.
It just shows how the Thing is like he's this monstrous looking character, but like a lot of times compared to the Hulk, where the Hulk's the exact opposite, people are terrified.
Exactly, but
so I'm really interested to see if they'll interact at some point on screen. Hopefully, because that would be amazing.
Exactly, and then obviously Evan Moss played Micro and is in The Bear. He always cooking in a movie or show, so I just love that about that actor. That's a little nod that he does in every one of his projects. So and Evan Moss does great. I've recently just started watching The Bear, and he is amazing. He does not act like Ben at all in that show.
Yeah.
But let's move on to Johnny, man.
Dude, he's my favorite.
Joseph Quinn. I thought he killed it. What do you think?
Yeah, of the four of them, Johnny's my favorite. Like in this iteration, which is unexpected because I thought I would have liked the Thing more. Because he's always been my favorite of the four. But man, he is Johnny Storm.
Yeah.
Like he's still like the ladies' man. He's still like I won't tell you how to fly. You don't tell me how to kill a sexy alien. Oh my gosh, that made me die, funny. Dude. He was so funny. And also, like, what I love too is he didn't make him just like this idiot. He's actually smart.
Yeah.
And I think it's like that, like more towards the comic side of thing. Like he's this underrated character of the group. It's like, you know, he also thinks outside the box. He has these ideas, and he you know, is useful in his own ways. But also, his first instinct is like, he will sacrifice himself for the family.
Yeah,
like
that was such a good...
I thought we were going to get Future Foundation for a second. I was like, in the first movie? Because for those who don't know, in the comics, you know, there's a Fantastic Four Future Foundation stint where Johnny, quote unquote, dies. He gets trapped in the negative zone, but he dies, and they replace him with Spider-Man, leading to like the Future Foundation and everything. Yeah. So I was like, okay, like there goes that, you know, but... shot the ball, clutched up, and that was cool. Also, just him and her interactions.
That dynamic was great.
I love too Johnny. They made him like not necessarily a nerd, but nerdy. Like he's just like obsessed with space. Like the fact he's like, Reed, when are you gonna build the suit? And then he gets it and he immediately takes it. And then also just like he's so fascinated by space, and the fact he's like, like, and they're telling him to kill him. It's like, I finally get a girl that's actually interested.
Yeah,
it's a space and girl, perfect. Like,
I loved his dynamic with the Silver Surfer. I thought that was great.
Like, bro learned her language, bro.
Like, literally.
Riz.
For a girl. And I just also that scene, they're all like, he can barely speak English. Now he can speak her language. I'm like, that was hilarious.
Yeah, there's always dogging on him. Also, like the 15 or the 2:15 appointment.
Yeah.
And Reed's like, I don't have an appointment for anyone. And then it's just Human Torch is like, hey, Reed. It's like, and they still have that.
Yeah. But yeah, I thought it was great. I thought he did great. All right, we talked about the family. We've talked about a little bit about Franklin and his importance to the story. But let's talk about Herbie.
Thank you. I was like, we got to bring up the fifth member.
The fifth member.
The undisputed fifth member. Yeah, Herbie was awesome. So, fun fact, it's the same guy that voiced General Grievous in Revenge of the Sith.
Oh, cool.
He might have also voiced some of the battle droids. Herbie sounds like a B1 battle droid. And that's what was throwing me off the whole movie. He almost reminds me of Chopper in this, because I don't know if you caught, but there's something like he actually says some words.
Yeah, like W2F.
Yeah, that was so funny. I sent you that. I was I was like, huh?
Yeah.
Because Chopper also does that, and which is hilarious. But all that to say, Herbie was awesome. I definitely want more Herbie. He was a cool character, and the fact he's like, just chill dude, chill robot,
Just a chill guy,
a chill. Clinka.
Man, I loved Herbie, man. I thought he's a little bit of like the unsung hero of the film. He always had the nice little comedic runs. Him and his dynamic with Ben was so funny. That little joke run, that was so funny. His little lullaby to Franklin was so nice.
Good, funny.
Sleep well, Franklin. I love that. But yeah, I thought Herbie did great. I love Herbie.
And just they just treat him as part of the family. Even like Johnny just like straight up like dapping him up sometimes and all that.
But yeah, let's talk about that. Before we talk about it, so the 1994 Fantastic Film cast, they actually had a cameo.
I saw that.
And
they're like one of the random citizens.
Yeah. Thank you, Fantastic Four. Kind of. That's what. Yeah.
That's cool.
Jack Kirby honor Herbie. Let's talk about like that ending. They all came together as one, like a big family. And then Franklin. Let's talk about that.
Oh my gosh, that was crazy. The fact that I didn't think we were gonna see Franklin use powers yet. But
Jack over here.
No. Okay. Speaking of, this is a total pivot. Did you get that vibe when we were watching it? It just felt like we were watching The Incredibles, but Marvel.
A little bit, but
I kind of got I'm not saying like in a bad way, but just like I was like, hang on.
Yeah.
This seems oddly just the whole vibe. I loved it because I love The Incredibles. So I was like, this is kind of cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, like so that ending I'll get into this in a second because I do want to talk about like the marketing for this movie and also just like the announcement here, Doomsday, kind of making some things in this movie hard to like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. We'll get into it, but yeah. So it's towards the end. So we're gonna fast forward here. Galactus is on Earth. He's coming for Franklin.
Yeah. He's supposed to take his
space.
Yeah.
Because Franklin is OP, even as a baby. But so Sue uses beyond her limit of her own power to push Galactus to this teleportation device Reed built, the bridge, to send him off into the cosmos to give them more time to prepare to beat him again later. And she's able to somehow just pull all her strength and do it at the cost of her own life. But we'll get into that in a second. But yeah, Shia LaBeouf steals the show, just straight up hits Human Torch, pulls a rose on Human Torch, Rose Tico, and then goes and hits Galactus through the portal. The day's saved, and then we slowly watch Sue just die. And then Franklin, being Franklin, and cosmic
clutches up,
cosmic powered being, because science, saves Sue. She comes back to life, and it's the coolest thing ever. It's like, because you see her eyes too, the galaxy. It's like,
yo, this kid's important.
Hold up.
and then during that, obviously, we get the say it.
Oh, the best part of the movie.
And then get the whole...
No, Johnny.
The whole CM Punk nod. Just kidding. CM Punk says it because of Ben Graham. But it's clobbering time.
He got to hear that. It was so
and
funny. It was rewarding.
Love hearing those in the Fantastic Four films. But yeah, that was crazy. Franklin...
Yeah, he's just overpowered.
He's a big part of the movie.
I think he's going to play a big role in Doomsday and Secret Wars.
Yeah.
More so than we thought, because I think that was kind of the theory going into this movie, but the way it ended is like, oh yeah.
Yeah, because I kind of had that theory at the end, and we'll talk about that. Let's talk about the mid-credit scene.
Yeah.
We finally get to see Doctor Doom. Just the back of him with the...
It's enough.
Takes place 4 years later.
So that was crazy because it starts off with 4 years later, and me and Landon are like, huh?
Yeah.
What? Like this movie we just saw so much.
9 years.
9 years is crazy.
9 year span in the movie.
Yeah.
But 4 years later, which means the kid is now four. I've seen some rumors that the Fantastic Four are actually going to wear like the original costumes in Doomsday, which would be cool, but I don't know if that's real or not.
They'll probably get some kind of updated.
Yeah, they probably will.
Because the suits they had in this one was amazing.
Yeah.
I definitely could see them trying to do something else, but...
Yeah, but tell me about seeing Doom, the back of Doom for the first time.
The fact that, because I theorized this a lot, and you did too. Like Doom's got to show up because if he doesn't, that leaves just Spider-Man to possibly, if it comes out on time, possibly just tie the last string to Doomsday.
Yeah,
because otherwise it's just going into the movie and it's all being unveiled. Yeah. So it was awesome, and it's literally like a 2 maybe 3 second shot.
Yeah,
and we see the hood. But more importantly, we see the mask. He's holding it, so we get to see what the mask is going to look like. But also, we see Franklin kind of touching or looking at his face. And I see a lot of rumors right now are saying either Franklin's healing his face, and it's literally going to be Robert Downey Jr., or he's just Doom did that not to scare him, so he could talk to Franklin, or he was never scarred in the first place. So there's a lot of rumors of that because we still don't know. Is it going to be a scarred RDJ, or is it going to be
just straight up RDJ?
So, I don't know. No one knows.
I've seen some rumors that his face is scarred and Franklin's just like touching it.
I feel like that's the most logical reason because I don't think it's Doom. They're going to do the full Doom. So you'll still be able to be like, they're going to do it in a way where like Spider-Man will seem like, Tony? Like they're definitely doing that.
Wait a minute.
And that's the thing too. It doesn't mean that that's going to be the final suit for Doomsday. It just means as of right now, this is what Doom looks like.
Yeah.
And
I'm gonna be real, I don't even think that was RDJ.
Oh, like, you that was.
I was like, that's a stunt double. Like, they're like,
that's 100% why they did it the way they did. It's just to show like Doom's here.
Yeah,
and it's very obvious he's taking Franklin.
Yeah.
So,
and that was like my thing at the end of the movie. I was like, okay, that makes sense why they show up in Thunderbolts
because they're looking for Franklin.
They're looking for Franklin. He takes Franklin, and like that's what I just said at the end of the movie. And I was like, that makes so much sense that we. And I don't know, maybe he does to the ship or something. I don't know. Like the theories are fun, but like now
we have to wait. Like,
I know,
but it's exciting. I mean. That's enough to hold over a little bit because that's something you told me too is this is a very good point. I mean, in terms of like Infinity War, this movie is the equivalent to Thor Ragnarok in terms of setup because just like Thanos showing up at the end of Ragnarok, Doom shows up at the end of this, and it's like, huh. So
here we go.
So I think Doomsday will either start out. I still am going with the theory where like Doom's gonna show up at some random multiversal planet and just start killing Avengers left and right, like old Avenger or like doppelgangers, just to show his power and like he's not playing around. Could be wrong. I'm not saying I want him to kill everyone, but I am saying it's possible because it's been done in like some of the game media and stuff in the past. So because he's freaking powerful.
Bro.
He's stronger than Thanos, by the way.
The thing that shook me, and like obviously he can travel through the multiverse, right? But he can already travel through the multiverse, so he's already at the peak of like probably not the peak, but he's already like
he's there.
He's there. So
all he's missing is Loki. Like
he's obviously just missing like oh man, it's gonna be so fun.
There's so much we're gonna see.
That's gonna be such a fun film.
The rumors are already just like the rumor mill is working. Yeah, even though it mind you, this is opening day that we're recording this. We saw it opening night, so this is the first actual day of it being out, and already it's just also there's one thing I also want to point out. I'm glad we saw it last night because dude, I opened my TikTok last night. You know the first thing I see
it's just Doom.
It's a picture of freaking Doom.
I've been seeing that a lot. I was like, all right,
if you're doing that out there, stop. You're a bad person. Like that's just not cool, bro. Like for because dude, I saw one dude do that, and then people were like, "Bro, why'd you do that?" And he goes, "Because I can." I was like, "Bro is not the main villain. What are we doing?"
Some other things I want to point out in this film that were really cool is their ship's called the Excelsior.
Excelsior, yeah.
Very
Stanley nod.
The Stanley nod. Love that. And then What about that cartoon at the end?
Oh, that was cool.
That was so funny. I loved it.
The fact that it was so corny, but also like it was cool. Like because they talk about throughout the whole movie, but also it's cool because they did that too to show us like some of the other Fantastic Four villains because we got a lot of name drops like Red Ghost. Also, well, I'll get there in a second, but yeah, Red Ghost. A couple other ones. The only other villain we saw was Mole Man, which we also need to talk about that. But Mole Man. But yeah, it's very interesting because there's a lot left to like the imagination. I feel like because again, the Fantastic Four have been around for years. Like, this isn't a new thing, and also Galactus is the main villain, so it's like, of course, we're gonna make sure he's the one that's the front run. So, but yeah, the cartoon was cool because it just showed like how everyone else views the Fantastic Four in that universe, and then Herbie just turning the TV off was funny. But yeah, it's kind of a gag credit scene. I know I told you like halfway through like the credits after the deal, I'm like, yeah, they're not doing anything else. Like, I just kind of had that vibe, but no, it was cool. But yeah, speaking of it, so one thing I did want to talk about is Red Ghost was going to be in the movie, and they had an actor and everything, and they cut him out.
He's in the teaser. Yeah,
which is weird. It's like that rarely happens, and I'm like, I don't know. I do like the fact that they recognize if it didn't flow well, then we shouldn't put it in.
Yeah.
And Red Ghost still kind of appears because we see him in the cartoon, but also we see his Super 8 for a split second when Reed just yeets one. But I don't know. It's kind of weird. But yeah, it was still a phenomenal movie. And I'm a sucker for space. So anything with space in it, I'm a big nerd about. So to see a black hole and to see like space, was really fun.
Silver Surfer surfing on it.
Dude, bro, Silver Surfer
cool.
cooked.
Such a cool character.
Scared the crap out of it. The fact she was about to like phase through and grab the baby.
I know. I was like,
oh, what are you doing? What are you doing?
But yeah, that's fun. But yeah, such a good movie. The only character that pissed me off in the movie was Reed Richards when they're like, how do we stop him? He wants our baby. Why are you telling people that?
No, it's like
tell me.
TMI. Like, what do you think they're gonna do? Oh, give him the baby. Like, no like, context.
No wonder they're mad. You could have avoided this. Yeah. Like, no wonder Sue's the leader. Gosh.
For real. No, the fact she had a whole speech moment and like said, "You are our family." I was like, yeah, I see who runs the show here. As you should.
But yeah, Fantastic Four, First Steps, Phase 6. The next movies after this are Brand New Day and Avengers Doomsday, unless they release something at Comic-Con, which is happening right now. So, I don't know. Or they might just wait till D23 to release anything. But yeah, that's what's happening in the Marvel Universe, and this is such a good movie. Go watch it. If you haven't watched it, and then, I just love that you don't have to watch anything to watch it. I just love that.
Yeah, you literally can go in blind and just enjoy the movie for once, which is awesome. Which I think eventually, because that's how James Gunn is doing his right now. It's that concept. I would love Marvel to do that in the future when we get to the whole Secret Wars, like making one timeline again and all that. Yeah. Just for the sake of like new fans or like fans that are like Marvel, but they haven't watched every single thing like we have.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. It is a lot. But that's all I have in the episode. Do you want to touch base on anything else before we close out?
Yeah, like I said, there's a lot of good things out of this movie. It was a great movie. And yeah, the only sucky part now is like kind of like we had with like, the Avengers Infinity War and Endgame. It's like, man, we got to wait a year just to see the start. But I hope they take their time. If it's anything like what we have been seeing lately, it's going to be good. I'm really excited to see more of just like the Fantastic Four in general, whether it's a sequel or just in these Avengers movies. Yeah. So
they totally set up their sequel. Second steps, third steps.
Oh my gosh, they're gonna pull a Homecoming on
They're gonna totally do that. Here's my bowl.
Bet.
So for the last episode, before we close out, I have a question for you. So since we got the DC movie and the Marvel movie, DC or Marvel?
Oh, like
that's the question.
That's the question. Oh gosh, I've told you this in the past. I'm at the moment I still say Marvel in terms of movies, but DC and comics. Give me like 3 or 4 years, and that might change. If the DC stuff keeps turning out like Superman, it's gonna be DC real quick.
Yeah.
But I love both. They're both amazing. I still want to crossover one day. It's just my favorites, just in one.
Yeah.
I already know your answer, but you go ahead.
I choose DC.
Yeah.
I would give up the entire MCU for a good DCU.
No,
Okay, that's all I gotta say. Y'all, we love Jesus, we love the Bible, and we love sharing the Word of God. And that's what I'm gonna do right now. I'm gonna be sharing 2 Samuel 22:29, which says, "O Lord, you are my lamp. The Lord lights up my darkness." With these superheroes films, these superheroes are like a light in these films, but Jesus is our light. He's there in the darkness. He's there when you're depressed, when you're anxious, when you're alone. He is there, and when you call on him, he will show up in the darkness, and then we are the light of the world through him. Y'all, come on, Jesus, man.